guys, here we have a battle report with Mark's Tau against my Grey Knights. Let's look at the board real quick with the setup. We're playing ATC style. Dawn of War, Night Fight with mysterious objectives. Here's the table. We have 5 objectives. Mark has his Aegis line with a comms relay set up there. So let's go to the armies real quick. Here's my Grey Knights. I have 4 Razorbacks with side bolt ammo and assault cannons. I have 4 strike squads riding in there, vanilla sergeants. I have 1 unit of a henchman with a banisher. I have Codiez. I have an Inquisitor and Terminator armor, side cannon, and a Psyker. I got a henchman squad with 3 plasma cannons, some bolter Joes, and 2 monkeys. Got 2 autocannon dreadnoughts with side bolt. Got a Dread Knight all juiced up, and I got an airplane, Storm Raven. Codiez rolled Prescience and Forewarning, and my Inquisitor Lord, he rolled Perfect Timing. Let's go look at Mark's Tau army. Alright, we got Mark's Tau army. We got 10 Joes and a Devilfish. We got 12 Joes on foot. We got 2 units of 4 Pathfinder? 4 Pathfinder. We got 2 units of 3 suits and 2 drones. We got Farsight and some bodyguards. We got some hammerhead, some broadsides with actually rail rifles, rail guns. Skyray, and 2 units of Kroot and Big Riptide. So let's go to the setup and then we'll start turn 1. Alright, here we are, set up for first turn. I won the roll to go first, so we're going to see if he wants to try to seize, but here's my setup. Again, it's Night Fight and Dawn of War. I set my Emperor's Will right here in the midst of Codiez. I have my Inquisitor attached to that squad for the moment. Everybody's hiding here. He has his guys set up by that Emperor's Will. His comms relay is empty, and he's got some Pathfinders hanging out over there. Also, his guys, he has a lot in reserve. Farsight's deep striking. We got 2 units of stealth suits outflanking, 2 units of Kroot outflanking, and we got that squad right there sitting inside this Devilfish right there. Alright, Ethereal and some Fire Warriors sitting in a Devilfish. Do you want to seize, Mark?
I'm going to try.
Alright, let's see it.
4 Storm Ravens? Oh yeah, I get it.
It does not seize. Turn 1 goes to me. My top of turn 1. We did lots of moving up fast and searchlighting. These guys shuffled up a little bit. Dread Knight shunted up next to his commerce relay and flamed those Pathfinders, killing 3. They made their break test. Lots of shots on that Riptide, and he made lots of feel no pain, so he's safe. Broadsides took a lot of autocannon shots. Managed to kill 1 and put 1 wound on him, but they made their break test. And everything else is unscathed. No first blood thanks to those morale tests. Let's see what Mark can do in the bottom of his first turn. Alright, bottom of turn 1. It was not a good turn for Mark. He tried to shoot the Dread Knight and only did 1 wound to him. So then went ahead and charged with the Riptide, and Dread Knight force weaponed him. Over here, these guys focus fired on this Razorback and got first blood, killed it, but and got 1 hull point over here, and that's pretty much it. So now turn 2 for the Grey Knights to see if the reserves come in now that I have his comms relay. Alright, just finished top of turn 2. Bad shooting for me against Mark, or at least bad for Mark. Those Fire Warriors went away, the Devilfish exploded, broadsides got eviscerated, Storm Raven flew on and did lots of shots on the Skyray, but failed to penetrate. All the strike squads cast Warpquake in hopes that they can defend against Farsight deep striking. And let's go to bottom of turn 2 and see what comes in from reserve. Alright, bottom of turn 2 is done. Mark has done his work to me, but not much has changed. Skyray shot 5 of its 6 missiles and did 1 hull point glance. Those guys shot here, killed 1 guy. Everybody came in on the edge here except for Farsight. They're trying to avoid Codiez, so they had to back up. Everyone shot at Codiez and they did 1 wound to him. These guys shot at the Razorback through the wall and did 1 hull point. No damage. That's it. On to my turn 3. Alright, back from the top of turn 3. I've done lots of shooting. Ignore cover on stealth suits with plasma cannons is not good. Those guys disappeared. This Razorback tank shot some Crute. They failed and ran, and then I shot them a bunch more and then caused them to take a break test, so they ran again. Dread Knight flamed and assaulted the stealth suits with the ethereal and chopped them down. These guys over here shot at some Pathfinders, killed them. Flyer went into hover mode and shot it there with the help of the autocannon Dreadnought and just managed 1 penetrating hit with a multi-melta. Rolled a 1 and stunned it. So now we are at the bottom of turn 3. Not much is left for the Tau Empire. Alright, bottom of turn 3. Mark got Farsight in and he did his worst. He dropped right here, just outside of Codiez's range and just outside of those guys' warp quake bubble. Shot at a couple guys, but the monkey power was a 5+ invulnerable save, so I made a couple 5+. He did kill 1 monkey and 1 plasma cannon. Then he made his assault move back. He did split fire and shoot at those guys as Razorback, and with ignore cover he exploded it and killed 1 guy in the explosion. Those Crute over there shot at the Dread Knight and he left. So that's it for turn 3. Oh, 1 missile left over here. Snapfire Markalite lets it hit. He does a pin, and then he rolls a stun. 2 hull points left in that Storm Raven. See if I can't destroy it by trying to take off the stun. On to turn 4. Alright, the end of my top of 4. Dread Knight over there barbecued and finished off those Crute. Everyone else turned and shot at Mark's Farsight bomb, and he made an amazing amount of saves. Farsight is down to 1 wound, and he lost 1 suit, but they're still alive. I failed my psychic test on 11, so I'm still stunned, so I snap fired and did nothing. These guys shot at those Fire Warriors and killed a bunch, but they made their break test with 1 lone dude. That Razorback took some shots at the Crute back there, who lost 2 and made their leadership test. So on to the bottom of 4. Alright, bottom of Mark's turn 4. He did some shooting over here, killed a few guys. They need to take a break test. Do they run? They do not. Their Sarge is dead, so their leadership 8, but they make it. Over here, Farsight charged Codiez's blob. They're still strung out, only a couple guys got the swing, but we do have a 5+ invulnerable because of the monkeys, so I saved 1 and a bunch of piling in, and I made my break test, so I'm stuck in combat with Farsight. Everybody else is looking juicily at the combat, so they'll probably come in and help. Let's see what top of turn 5 brings. Alright, Mark's still in this somehow. Top of 5 is over. Let's go through it. A henchman jumped out. We shot a bunch of those Crute, and they passed their morale test. This thing refuses to die, stunned. It has 1 hull point left. These guys ran and jumped on the objective. Right here, epic fail. Inquisitor jumped in and assaulted Farsight to help out in a challenge. The 1 crisis suit killed a chump, and then I failed my leadership 11 after we whiffed on each other with an 11, so I ran away. Crazy Inquisitor. Farsight had 1 wound, and he made his 1 save from my hammer attack. Everyone else is chilling on objectives. Now it's on to Mark's turn 5. Let's see if the game ends. Alright, bottom of turn 5. Let's see how the aftermath has gone. And Mark is gone. That sums it up. Henchmen for the win. Crute tried to challenge 5 henchmen, and they were no match. Strong combat. And over here, Codiez is like, I'm not fighting Farsight. Henchmen take it on the chin. They had a 4+ invulnerable. They just made it. They did a wound to a crisis suit, so drawn combat. Mark rolled to see if the game ended, and it did. So game over. Grey Knights win. Yes. Oh, actually, you could test right here. So none of us get that one. So Grey Knights have objectives and kill points, and we draw on. First blood does go to Mark. I have a line breaker, and so does Mark. Nice job. All right, good game.